I'm a dominatrix. If you know, you know.
Who's the general person that would seek your services? Like, what kind of, is there an archetype or is it just varied? Like,
I think men feel more free to indulge their pleasure and utilize money for that, so that tends to be who ends up coming by. Now, because I charge around $1,000 an hour, it's only rich men, really.
that's great.
But when I first started, it was like around the $100 mark, and it was everybody who had the balls for it.
What do you mean by had the balls for it?
Well, I think that societally we're taught to shun pleasure, and also it was a little bit like intimidating walking into the dungeon. I think ringing that doorbell down that dark little like hall and walking in towards 25 women waiting for your demise.
Ah, that sounds so hot.
You have the balls.
I do. I don't even have any, but I've already got more balls than some men, quite frankly.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
How did you know that you would be good at this?
On the job. I didn't have any concept. What happened at the time was that I needed work, and somebody had suggested the word dominatrix to me, and I thought, let's Google it and see what happens.
This is such a basic vanilla question, but like, what's the strangest kink that you've ever experienced?
It's a question you get quite a lot, and I think I've come to realize I have like a long version and a short version.
Short one.
I have come to realize that I find it very strange that people don't talk about what they want. I think that's become the strange thing, rather than people expressing their curiosities and their interests and acting on them. So for me, I guess kink is not really something strange. I think the vanilla concept of pretending is unfortunate and strange.
When you like work with someone, like, what is the process?
It happens in a session.
Yeah.
So at this point, because they used to just walk in off the street,
Oh, wow.
and then I'd talk to them for like 5 minutes, and we'd figure out the certain kinks they'd want.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more of a lead up, because they email me, then they put a deposit down, and these days I'll only do like maybe 1 or 2 sessions a week. I used to do 8 a day, so it's a much more luxurious process for me.
How can someone like dom their workplace?
Start a union. The men who are most fragile around female power are the ones who are most desperate for experiencing it. So
Whoa!
Yeah. So you kind of want to almost like half give them space and half make a point, you know? So it's like, oh, I understand. And then you just change the tone a little bit. And just and then you kind of go back.
Hang on, sorry, what's the tone change? Sorry, I'm going to be taking notes.
Make them always feel like they have the upper hand. Make them feel like they can give you the information, and then feed them little bits of information that actually convince them into thinking it was their idea. But all of this shit's the stuff why I left the fucking corporate world.
Oh, come on.
Because I like to just tell people directly.
Oh.
But yes, there are ways to make people think it's their idea.
If any women are watching and they want to get a pay rise, what's the best way for them to ask for a pay rise? That's a great question. Let's go.
Well, I kind of jumped from 100 in the dungeon to 1,000, right? And it's also about asking the right people. Like, some people are just not going to be able to afford it, and you just have to move on. And then also, a lot of the people who found it intimidating that I was as expensive as I was, over time they saw that I was completely booked out, and then they wanted a taste of it.
Sometimes I get called intimidating. Is that something I should worry about? Or have you ever been called intimidating? Or
What do you think?
I think they can all fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to everybody's experience, because they don't necessarily have the capacity to just say, fuck all of you, and leave. Yeah, I know that takes bravery and an ability to live off of instant noodles for a little while.
Yeah.
It's about understanding your audience, I think, you know, and mine are a group of groveling men.
What sort of things do you make your slaves do? Because it sounds amazing. Do you use them as chairs? Do you like kind of use them as tables and stuff like that?
That's a bare minimum. They're mostly there for my entertainment and to make sure that my life is as it should be.
Such as, because I feel like I could tap into this.
Well, I want a comfortable home. Like, I don't want to have to think about like booking my own things. I don't want to have to think about groceries. I don't, just like everyday stuff.
How many slaves have you got?
A few.
3?
No, many. Like few. Like a bunch of, maybe like 25 on Telegram who do what I want when I need it. They're all good for different things. Not everybody has the perfect holistic skill set.
Okay, so in terms of like individual skill sets, like what sort of...
Some are really good at researching stuff. If I need somebody to plan like I'm moving to Thailand, my move to Thailand, they figure it out. If I need somebody to figure out, I have a lawyer who looks at my contracts. I have like people who figure out structures for companies. I have like people like everything. Yeah. There's a lot of men who have a lot of resources and power. They may as well do it for me.
Hypothetically, if I wanted to get in the game, what tips could you give me? Because like this sounds amazing. It sounds like you've got your own human chat GPT, just like doing a job.
But they do it also, it's not just words on a screen. How to get started getting men to do what you want them to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Either for money or just in my life. But money sounds great because I don't have any.
That's true. I don't really like people who don't give me money for men. Women I have time for. I think maybe just understanding that they want to be useful, I think is probably the best.
They want to be useful, right? Check.
Useful. Yeah.
So how do I start making money out of it? I mean, just hypothetically, just in case the comedy stuff doesn't work out.
Also, it's like there's no harm in asking. I think it's like you need to ask. It's like I need help. I need this thing to be settled. Can you help me do it? And if they say no, there'll be somebody who says yes. You just have to keep asking. You have resilience.
I never thought about asking men this stuff.
And also often they think with sexuality, right? So you can also just sort of ask them when they're in that state.
Before or after?
During.
During?
Yeah. No, during. Or like just before or during. But after, no. They
in the same sort of like harder, softer, can you pay my rent?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're only going to get this if you
Pay my rent.
Yeah. If you and you can also start incremental, like start smaller things.
Like what? Like how would I start small? Just asking hypothetically.
They can bring something over.
Okay.
Before.
Like
and
what?
Then, like what do you need?
That's a good question. What do I need? I really need a shoe cabinet.
Or can you help me find a shoe cabinet?
Or can you help me move a mirror?
Yeah.
Oh no, she's not like that. No, okay.
Yeah. No, I think they need to put a bit more effort, not just arms, Not just arms and a mouth.
Can you help me find a cabinet?
Can you just order it for me?
Can you just order it for me?
Yeah. I'd love help putting it together. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, what if they say no?
It's like, all right, fine. Find somebody that does. And you will. Put it on your damn, Instagram. You got followers. I'm sure somebody would be like, oh, yeah, I'd love to do that for time with you.
What criteria does a slave need to make it into the inner circle?
At this stage, probably money. And then also fortitude.
What does fortitude mean?
Because I think that I'm not interested in being around people who are not ready to face the reality of who they are, because then it makes them more tolerable, when they are more self-actualized. When I spend larger amounts of time with people, that's kind of a bare minimum. And unfortunately, that's not a lot of people. So I think it takes a fortitude in order to come to your own reality. So that's what I mean by fortitude. And then you have to deal with my reality too, which also takes fortitude. I'm very clear on what I want from the world, and I'm open to hearing what your point is, but it better be a good point. Yeah.
What do you think about the kind of incel culture?
Yeah, so there's the incel thing, which is where men feel like they should be entitled to sex, which I think is a very interesting concept. It's at what point in time did all men have access to sex?
The whole point is some of them shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe it's dating app culture and everything. It's just we never really had that much access to each other, and we shouldn't. And those things take time, and I don't know at what point they thought that they should be able to have access to it. But and then there's the red pill thing, right? Which is incel culture plus that other sort of trad wife sort of version of life, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, most men can't afford. Like, the trad wife thing is impossible.
I think
Economically.
I think that all these boys just needed more hugs. So yeah, I'm sorry, they're just not loved enough, and now they're angry, and they have a platform, and yeah, hopefully they come my way.
With money.
Yeah.